Hi kids. So last fall, you kids in Miss Campani's class collected seeds for me, evening primrose seeds. And I found out recently that I can get a whole lot of these seeds to grow up into plants if I put them in damp soil and let them sit in the cold for 3 days. And if I bring them into the warmth and the sunlight after 3 cold days, I should get a whole lot of evening primrose plants. And so I want to test this out and see if it works, because this week we're going to have a series of cold days. And so what I want to do is show you how I put these seeds in cold, damp soil and get them ready to grow. Okay, so I have some regular potting soil here, or organic potting soil, and I'm getting it damp. What I'm doing is I'm scooping out the potting soil from my bag here, and then I'm putting it in this bag and adding some water to it, because I need it to be nice and damp. So I've been adding water to this bag and then swooshing the soil all around. And now I'll pour it into this tray, just like that. And I have another bag here. And this soil will make it possible for the roots from the little baby plant to grow down about that far, so that the plant will have a good root structure before I transplant it. So I'm just going to spread this out and get it ready to put the seeds in. Okay, so I have really damp soil here, and now I'm going to add the seeds that all your kids collected. It's interesting because a primrose plant grows to be taller than a grown-up, but it all starts from these teeny tiny little seeds. And I'm just going to sprinkle them really carefully throughout the whole tray. You know, seeds have a built-in system where they will not grow in the wintertime. Even if we have a warm day in the wintertime, they won't start to sprout or start growing. They have to be cold for a while, and then the soil has to warm up. And so I'm hoping that the cold from this week and then warming up the soil in the bright sun next week will be enough to get all of these little seeds to start growing. Now I want to show you what they look like when they first start sprouting. So after a week in the cold, if I bring out the tray to the warm sunshine, after about a week after that, I'm going to start to see little tiny plants springing up from the soil. And then if I keep watering them, they'll get a little bit bigger. And then when they get about this big, it's time to carefully separate them and put them in individual pots. So here's a primrose plant that I transplanted in a pot a few weeks ago. And you can see they get bigger and bigger. And this year, the primrose plant will probably grow about maybe this tall. And then next year, it will grow even taller, as tall as a grown-up. And then it'll have white flower or yellow flowers on it that the bees and butterflies really like. And more importantly, it makes seeds that birds eat all winter long. So it's a super important plant because evening primrose provides food for bees and butterflies, and then it also provides foods for birds. So the last step, now that I've spread all of the seeds out onto the soil, I'll just fill in a few of the bare spots that I see, is I'm going to cover it with a fine layer of soil. Now you can use a sifter to do this, but I'm just going to try to use my hand. I'm going to try to very gently just sprinkle a little bit of soil over the top so that the top of the seed will be damp along with the bottom of the seed. I'm just going to sprinkle this. So I added all the soil to the top, and now I'm just going to use this hairsprayer. It just doesn't have hairspray in it, but it just has water in it. And I'm going to just make the top of the soil nice and damp. So the wetter I can get this, the better it will be for these seeds. The wet and the cold, and then the warmth and the sun will give the seeds the right combination to start growing. Now I still have a lot more seed left in my bag, and I want to thank you kids for all the hard work that you did to collect all this seed. So if this works, I may be able to try it and grow even more evening primrose. But I want to thank you all for the hard work you did to collect all this seed. And the bees and butterflies, thank you too for all of your hard work. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the tray in a plastic bag, and then I'm going to put this tray out in my garage where it's cold, or will be cold, tonight. Because the reason I'm using the plastic bag is so that the water that I just sprayed on the soil will stay trapped inside. It won't float up in the air, it won't evaporate. So that's why I'm just going to keep it like this. And after a week, I'll take it out, put it in the sun, and I'll let you know whether I start to get plants like this. So thanks again for all your help, and I'll keep you updated on what happens.